Hello, Tracy here. Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you for the subscribes, the views, the likes, the shares, the comments, the donations, the membership, the interaction. I appreciate everyone. I'm just going to jump in. I'm just going to see what message spirit unfolds for both of us at the same time. Bottom of the deck, we have door to personal healing and happiness. An answer is coming. The way is near. The clouds are going away because the sun has come out. People can see clearly what's been going on now. They're ready to tap into their spiritual side. They're ready to find out who they are now. Someone wants to be healed. They want their hearts to be healed. And someone is coming that's able to heal the hearts of men. Not just men, but mankind. Healer. The healer of this age. Someone's looking for someone to come in looking like Jesus, but the healer of the ages don't look like Jesus in this picture, this age. They look like you and me. They look like our neighbors, our friends. They look like everyone because if we think about it, when we do our research, when we do our investigation, when we do our most deep thinking, using our intuition as well, we find that that healer is within us. We are the healer of the ages. We are the ones that has been sent here to save us, all of us. We have our archangels, our guides, our ancestors here that we can call on, and they want us to call on them, but ultimately we have to set forth the intention and the effort. We have to make the final call. We have to make that first footstep. It's like this is us making that first footstep. This is us using our intuition. Our gut instinct, our inner knowing. Something about a woman holding a heart. It's almost like something magical, mystical about this woman holding this heart. Like she has that answer. She's got that connection. She uses her intuition. She uses like some type of pull from the universe. And it's just the right amount of mix, whatever this is. It's just the right amount of intuition. It's just the right amount of insight. Maybe going within, discovering the deepest, darkest sides of self. And having the opportunity to balance this out now. Because now you're gaining clarity on the situation with that third eye being open. Now you're seeing everything for what it really is, not what someone tried to cloud your judgment to think it was. Now you're receiving the downloads that you need to receive to move forward in the way that you need to move forward, so that you can make sure that you can bob and weave against from those illusions that someone wants to cast over you, because you just got the answer directly from God. You don't need someone to cast these illusions using this mirror magic or whatever else that they're trying to use. Someone has a whole new appreciation. I feel like their heart chakra has been open, because now they're able to see how their heart chakra was closed before, how they were worrying about the wrong things, how they were afraid to let somebody else in. It's like how they felt all tied up, like what they did to keep somebody else out had them stuck and bound within. Yeah, someone is finding out what the door to value really looks like. Maybe they thought that they saw the door to value and they went up to it and they even went through it. But once they went through it, they saw that there was nothing valuable in there. I just see that it was just, I'm not taking all these cards now. I'm taking all these. Like, I just see somebody going through this door, and once they get through the door, it's barren. It's desolate. Desolate. You know, everything is gray. Everything looks drab. Everything, and they're understanding that they made a wrong decision. They didn't go through the door with the woman holding the heart. That was who they were being standoffish. That was who they were, you know, trying to keep out. That was the one who they didn't see clearly. The woman holding the heart. Because they felt like that heart was always going to be there. That heart could take a licking and keep on ticking. But they're understanding now that no, no one has to promise you their heart. And that's not an expectation that you should ever take for granted. So now they're finding that the person that they tried so hard to keep out, the one that they probably caused the most amount of grief and heartache, finally had to go on her journey, finally had to go her way. It's like this woman holding this heart, she didn't just go, she waited. She waited several, she waited for a long time. All of these little hearts, that represents time. That represents time spent waiting. And somebody, they just sat there and they just thought about it. They thought, I got time. They thought, she'll come to me. They thought, I'm doing this instead. They thought, I'm too busy right now. They thought, I'm not really into her. They thought whatever it is that they thought, and they thought wrong. It's like this woman, she waited for a while. She waited for a long time. And then she finally had to go on her journey. She went on her journey and she fulfilled her purpose. The angel of love, going through the door to personal healing and happiness, helping others to go through the door to personal healing and happiness. She's leading the way. And she's still looking at that heart, looking at that person that refused to be apart, refused to be healed, refused to accept the invitation. She's looking at that. She's understanding she has a mission. She has a purpose. She has a duty. She's wearing those wings for a reason. And the reason is she's there to help others to go through that door to personal healing and happiness. Something about some communication, some information, that comes through that sheds some light on the real status of some type of, I feel like this is karmic relationship. Some information comes through and it sheds a light on everything, makes everything crystal clear. There's no more than anything could be hidden in the shadows. Someone expresses something that exposes something that's missing about this relationship. Something that just is not there. Something that was an illusion. But this information, it's like it's justice when it comes, because it's like it helps to bring happiness, to bring joy, to bring balance back into people's lives. And it's a strategy. It's a strategy. It's something that's been coming for a long time. It's this victory. People aren't expecting it. They didn't expect it from who I'm hearing that song, you dropped a bomb on me, baby. They didn't expect who it was that was dropping the bomb. This is somebody that they had deceived for a long, long time. This is somebody that was an earth angel, but they took their kindness for weakness. This is somebody who they felt that would always be there and would never, ever, 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 never, ever, never leave. This is somebody that they would jokingly but seriously really mean it, but act like they're joking, call my lapdog. Shit like that. This is somebody who didn't want to be there, but didn't want to be gone. Didn't want you to be there, but didn't want you to have nothing else or nobody else. This is somebody that was mean, cruel, evil. This is somebody who lived in their lower vibrational energies. This is somebody who would sell their soul to the devil. This is someone who had these negative attachments. This is somebody who would cast these attachment spells on someone else to try and keep them around. This is somebody who was pure evil. But what they didn't realize was instead of them doing what they was doing, always being envious of what someone else has, what someone else is doing, looking at somebody else's light and being extremely jealous of the light that someone else radiates. They didn't do that. They didn't work on themselves. They didn't want to change. But now it's time. The universe is balancing itself out. The angel of balance is here. But everything that was wrong will be righted. Everybody that partook, everybody that's guilty by association, that's a confirmation. Just heard my phone. Everyone that's guilty by association. Something about their confidence, something about their self-esteem, something about their ability to create. It's going to be affected. It's like they all had a decision that they made. They were all at a crossroads. You can choose love or you can choose money. Because the devil will tempt you and say, if you want money, I'll give it to you right now for as long as you want. But if you want love, you're going to have to wait a while. I chose love because I saw as a little child, money ain't ever make anybody happy, ever. So I chose love. But these other people, they chose money. And they just didn't know that the choices that they made would have them all tied up, all bound to an entity that they were not ready to be bound with. I bet you each one of these people can sit here and talk about how they've read about the seven sins, the seven deadly sins. And all of them failed. But for me, in my house, I chose love. Spirit is sending someone who also chose love as their temple path, as their journey. Someone who is mature, someone who is that great mix, someone who is secure within themselves, someone who has experienced life's ups and downs, someone who is that perfect mix, that perfect match. Two people had a decision to make. And when they looked at all of it, they both chose love. They both chose the same thing. They both chose to look at everything from a higher perspective. They both decided what really matters, what really someone should appreciate, what's truly important, how we are really connected. So, like they say, as above, so below, as above, so below. Spirit is sending someone. Spirit is matching two people who are both strong, whose hearts are both open, who are both ready to give and receive love because they understand what it's all about. And they both were strong enough, courageous enough, patient enough to choose love. So now Spirit is blessing both of them. Both of them simultaneously until Spirit can bring them both together. But this is two people two people whose paths are destined to meet, destined to come together because they knew what to walk away from. They knew what really was of value. They knew where the devil wanted you to go. But they chose to walk away from what the devil wanted and walk into the door to spirit. It's like the world and adjacent possibilities. We just don't ever know how life is going to go. We think we got it all figured out. We think, oh, this is going to happen just like this, or it's going to happen just like that. Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be like this for the rest of my life. I'm just that and the other. But God says, nope, I got something else planned. There's another door I want you to go through. There's another room that you are more needed in. There's something that you have to do. There's something that you have to talk about. There's something that you have to provide. And that's to heal broken hearts. That's to help heal all of these broken hearts so that they can be ready. They can be refreshed and renewed, revived, so that they can have a fresh review. But you're needed here. You're needed in a different room. Because there's something that someone is doing that's worth a lot of money. And there's something that someone else is looking at that sees that. And so it's time for those two to come together to produce whatever it is that is needed for the collective, for the world, for mankind. I'm going to pull some from the stack. What else, Spirit? I wasn't planning on just using the entire oracle. I was thinking one or two and then switching over to tarot, but I guess that was out of my control. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. I'm just going to thank you. Like I said, you think you got it all figured out. You think I'm going to do it just like this. Spirit says, no, 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 no. We're not doing it like that. We're doing it like this. Spirit says, step away because Spirit is in control. Somebody's got an issue with something about blood. Blood issues, blood pressure. If there's issues with someone's blood pressure, something with their blood, or maybe there's something that they need to step away from. Someone needs to remember that God made a way out of no way. And so your answer is yes. Don't worry about it. The answer is already yes. God has already worked it out. It's already been taken care of. Sometimes someone needs to just act like they notice and don't notice. Just understand it is what it is. This is your time to shine. This is what you need to do. This is what you have to do. This is, or this is the message that you should give someone else, that this is your time to shine, or this is your message that it's your time to shine. But if there's something that's it's irking you, that's making you upset or whatever, and it's raising your blood pressure, step away from it. Because God has already made a way out of no way. He has already worked it out. Sometimes you just have to act like you don't notice. Act like you see it, but you act like you don't see it. Your grandmother is here protecting you. Your grandma is here protecting you. You know? Sometimes you just have to act like you don't see it. But something about it's your time to shine. Stop suffering in silence. Stop suffering in silence. Yeah. All right. I'm going to come back and do another one after I eat. Thank you.